Second, explore and analyze cause of problem. I believe that the Air Force has a lack of morale because it is driven by the lack of patriotism within our ranks. I believe the lack of patriotism is also because of the military is being run like a business and it's not being ran like a military. The military is not like any other business and it cannot be treated like every other business. The other ones are leadership don't know their airmen. How are they supposed to lead airmen and men and women when they don't know who they are? They don't know where they've come from. They don't know what their families are like. They don't know what they like and they don't like. How are you supposed to lead and how are you supposed to be able to give that airman morale if you have no idea anything about them? Leadership is too political. I believe this is a big problem within the military. This is not, like I said earlier, this is not like a regular business. This is the military. How are you going to run this business and be political about it when you have morale and people's stakes at hand? Like, I just don't believe politics and the military go hand in hand. Bragging about your squadron and repping your logos and gear, we used to be able to do this a lot in the BDU age. We're being able to now with the OCPs. But, it's nothing like flight jackets. They get to wear patches. They get to rep who they are, where they're from, what they're doing. They get to rep everything. And we don't get a taste of that. And some other things about our uniform. We don't get to wear the hat that we're authorized to wear. We can only wear it in the desert, which doesn't make any sense. And lastly, airmen can't relate to the mission. Airmen cannot see how their job benefits the mission and how their job helps out in any way, shape, or form. So, moving on. Third, develop solution to the problem. So we're going to start off with lack of patriotism. And we're going to start this off with airmen not being able to relate to the mission. If an airman cannot relate to the mission and see the fruits of their labor, how are they going to have any morale whatsoever? When the pilots are celebrating, how are the airmen and all the other people that helped that mission able to celebrate? Because they haven't seen it. I believe that we need to bring them into debrief. Also, it's top secret. They cannot see that if they're not rated for it, which we all understand. But I believe we need to start letting airmen know how they are impacting the mission. Airmen cannot connect with squadron. This kind of falls into how airmen can't connect with leadership as well. We used to have a thing called Morale Fridays where we'd wear shirts, different color shirts to represent where we're from, and we don't do that anymore. We can't do that with this uniform. Like I said earlier with the baseball caps, we can't wear baseball caps. Even though they're authorized in this uniform, we can only wear them in the desert, which makes no sense because we get to rep our name on the back and we get to rep, an American flag patch on the front, and that's just awesome. And I don't see why we can't wear them in home station. Nose art on aircraft, that's very particular to the Air Force, and it's very vintage and awesome. You don't see it anymore nowadays, and if you do, it's lined with politics and red tape so much that it's not even true to the cause, and no one believes in it. And we'd all like to see nose art come back on aircraft. And then lastly, leadership connecting with airmen. If you have UTA on the first hunting season of the year, how do you expect your airmen to have morale? Or during Super Bowl Sunday, you need to bring those airmen in. You need to let them have some time off and gather as a group so that they can have morale. Thanks.